Having an identity that's rooted in things of this world is so tiring for so many reasons, because to have an identity rooted in this world, first of all, identity in the world is always changing. How can you really rest your foundation, the foundation of who you are, on something that constantly changes? That's tiring. It's like you're chasing it. It's running away from you and you're constantly chasing it. I'm not trying to have the foundation of who I am and what my identity is based on something that shifts or something that is not everlasting. So if your identity is rooted in your ancestors or culture, all of those things are human related. Your ancestors are nothing more than other human beings who lived earlier than you, who lived on this earth and died. And now they have met the same fate that you're going to meet. So what power do they really have? Culture is something else that constantly changes. As the year goes on, we build new culture. It's also another human construct. And anything that humans have created is tainted because we are not all good. We are evil by nature. So that is not something that you should be rooting your identity in. If you identify by your race or your ethnicity, your skin, this pigment that you have, isn't coming with you after death. When you die, your body remains and your soul continues. Our souls don't have colors like that. So if your whole identity on this earth is rooted in the color of your skin, that's actually kind of sad. If your identity is rooted in your sexual preference, first of all, why is your whole identity rooted in a verb, in an action that you do in private? That shouldn't even be nobody's business, first of all. Second of all, when we die, we're not going to be having sex. Once again, our physical bodies are going to remain here and we're going to continue on in the spirit. Our spirits are not going to be having sex. So if your whole identity is rooted in your sexual preference, again, that's something that is going to expire. I would really hate to see you live your whole life on earth rooted in something that will expire. If you identify politically or financially, once again, those are things that change. When you die, your money is not going with you, my friend. Politics continue to change. Laws change. Politicians change. The world is always changing, and this just brings me back to things of this world are not solid. It's not something you want to build your house on, I'm telling you. Does it not make sense to have your identity rooted in something that is solid ground? Everybody heard that story about the house. Are you going to build your house on sand or are you going to build your house on rock? Because when the rain comes, what's gonna happen? I don't understand. I don't get it. I understand that when you put your identity in Christ, there are some things you're gonna have to give up. But let's look at what we're really giving up to have our identity in Christ. We're not giving up anything that's gonna hurt us by giving it up. It might not be as fun to give it up, but what are we really losing? Like, if you really sit here and put your pride to the side, what do you really lose by surrendering your identity to Christ? By surrendering your life to Christ, what are you really losing? Like, really ask yourself that.